Hi and welcome to Edwards Motorhomes. I'm Andy and today we'd like to do a handover video for you on this 2021 model Auto Trail Expedition 67. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to start on the outside and we're going to work our way in. But the first thing, of course, is if you need to get under your bonnet release catch is just here. Next, we have your fuel filler just there and your AdBlue tank just there. Your fuel filler does work off the ignition key. Habitation door just here. If we open that up, we do have a light switch just there for this exterior light. Something that's very important with this door, you will notice that it will come back to here, which means that you do not want this window open when you bring this back. Otherwise, it will cause you a rather nasty accident. Here, we have your water filler. That will just work off your habitation key. And of course, we have your fridge vents just here. As you can see, they've got the winter covers on at the moment. They will need to come off when you're using the fridge. If we go around the back of the vehicle, underneath, we have your spare wheel. And on this side, we have your cassette toilet. Now, with your cassette toilet, inside on the toilet itself, there's a blade that will come across the toilet and to open or close it. The blade must be sealed for you to be able to take the cassette out. And then all you do is unclip, take it out. Now, on the campsites, they'll have what they call an Alson point. So you just wheel that to the Alson point. When you get there, take the cap off, you press the blue button on the back, just flush away into the Alson point, hose it through, flush away again, put your new blue or green chemical directly into the cassette. You don't want to put it down the toilet, it will stain your toilet. Put it back in there. That then just locks back into place. Job done. It's not the horrible job that people think it's going to be. Underneath here, you can see we have this grey tap and this blue tap. Grey tap is to drain down your wastewater, and then you've got the blue tap, and that's for your fresh water. Here we have your electric hookup point. To take that out, you must press the blue switch down before releasing. Here we have the filler for your underslung gas tank. On the underslung gas tank itself, which is underneath the vehicle, there'll be a cover over it, and on there will be a tap to open or close your gas valve. In the cab, if we look on the driver's door, you have your electric windows just there, and to lock or unlock your doors. Just here we have this gauge which will show you how much gas you have in your underslung gas tank. Then of course we've got your wash wipes, we have your indicators and headlights, and underneath here we have your cruise control. Just here of course we have your automatic gearbox, and here we have your tablet or your phone holder. Cab air conditioning, heater systems there. Then we have your ASR, which is your vehicle stability control program. Hazard warning lights, and again you've got your lock or unlock your doors. Just here we have a USB charger and a 12-volt charger. And in here we have your cool box. So that works in conjunction with your cab air conditioning. So again, if you've got a bottle of water, a little bar of chocolate, something like that, it'll keep it nice and cool in there. Next we come to your seats. Now your seats are fully height adjustable and they both will swivel. So again, you've got this catch just here. So you just push on that and spin round. Then you have these two catches here. So the first one will adjust the front of the seat, back one will adjust the back. And then it works like on a rocker system, so you can get into the most comfortable position. So in the lounge area, what I've done is I've taken the table away, but I'll put that back in a second. But really it's because I want to show you the space that you've actually got in here. Now, also, when it comes to storage, which is always something that's in need in a van conversion, underneath these seats here, you've got this large storage area. Also, just here, you'll see that we've got your fuses. Now, the table is very easy to put back in. It literally just clips onto the wall. So, I'll just pop that there a second. You lift up, and it locks on. Now it is an extender, so you've got the little catch underneath. You can swivel that round and bring it out, which means that 4 people can sit here quite comfortably and have a meal. The Expedition 67 has a very well equipped kitchen. So to start off with, you have your extender just here. Then of course you have your sink and you have your 2 gas hobs with the electric nighter just there. Also, you've got good storage areas here, cutlery drawer here, and you have more storage underneath here. You'll also notice just here you have your switch for your boiler, so that's when your boiler's on electric, that'll need to be flicked on. Here of course we have your gas oven, and underneath your oven we have your boiler drain just here, and over on this side we have your gas isolator switches. Next, just above your fridge freezer, we have the large wardrobe, and in here you'll see you have your tabletop and your table leg, and that's for the table in the rear of the van that just slots into the floor. But really I want to talk to you about the 3-way fridge freezer. So with the 3-way fridge freezer you'll see that you have your options. So you have off, electric, battery and gas. Now battery really only will work as if the vehicle is actually running, so the engine has to be running for it to work on battery power. Gas, again, you must have your gas turned on. Electric when you're plugged into the mains. Just here you have your temperature, and there we have your igniter for when you're on gas. And there we have your kitchen. Okay, so when we were on the outside we were actually talking about your toilet and the blade and how that works. So if you look inside now, you can see that the blade is actually covering the toilet, which means you can take the cassette out. Now there's a grey handle just here, so that will now open up the toilet. Again, the only time you really want the toilet open is if you're using it. Apart from that, pull that across and keep it closed. Now it is fully adjustable, so you can get into the most comfortable position. Also just here you see you've got this little green light. That means the cassette's empty. If that turns red, your cassette's full. Up here we have your shower head, which you do need to press on the switch there to have your shower. Again, for that to happen you must have your water pump on, same as if you're using your sink, you must have the water pump on. We have storage behind the mirror just here, and your sink just here. The only other thing really to show you in here is, of course, is you must have your shower curtain around you because you don't want the water hitting the wood, but you do have a towel rail just on the door there. So making up your beds is quite a simple job. What you've got is underneath this bunk just here, if you remove the cushion, you've got these 2 slats. And how they work is you literally just lift up slightly, pop that one in there, and in there. Same on this side. And then you just slide these out into the centre. Now when you've done this, some people like to turn the cushions over, so again it's flatter, you get a lot more wear out of it, but it really does come down to the individual. Again, a lot of people will also get mattress toppers, but all you really need to do is flip the backrests over, push that into place. Same on this side. And there we have your transverse double bed. So in the rear of the van you'll see we've got your USB charger just here. Now there's also another one of those in the lounge, but really want to show you here is if we take this seat cover off. Now you can see we've got good storage underneath here next to your Sergeant control panel. Also on the other bench on the opposite side, again if we flip that up, you can see you've got this long storage area with your leisure battery at the far end. So if we look at your Sergeant control panel, as you can see you have your main shutdown switch just there, switch for your heater, switch for your charger. We also then have your fuses and your trip switches. So next we come to your blinds, your fly screens, your skylights and your windows. Now, as I said on the outside, this window especially, you can see the habitation door has come across. So you must remember with this one, keep it closed if you're going to be opening this or closing that door, otherwise you're going to catch it and you're going to break it. But the other thing to remember is when you're travelling, you must make sure your windows and your skylights are closed. Now, they're very easy to open. You've got these little push buttons in here, so you just push and open. The two on the side don't, so you just push those, and again, you just tighten off either side and that'll be open. When you bring them back, again, if you're travelling, make sure they're clipped right down and they're not open. Same with your skylight. Again, open from there. You can have it at different stages, so again, if you want it just open slightly and then just push up and lock back down. When it comes to blinds and fly screens, blind on this side, fly screen on this side. Same with your windows. At the top you have your fly screen, underneath you have your blinds. They can link, so again you can have them up, half down, entirely up to you. Again, just release there and open them up. I'm going to say it again because it is very important. When you're travelling, make sure your windows and your skylights are closed. So here we have your 12-volt control panel. Now this button here will turn it on and off. This one is for your interior lights. Water pump, which again you must have your water pump running when you're going to be using your taps, or again for your electric flush on your toilet. That one there is if you have an awning light fitted. It can be attached to that one, so again you can press that button and the light will come on the outside. This button here, this will take you through all your options. So at the moment you can see you're on leisure battery. Press it again, you've got vehicle battery, fresh water and wastewater levels, selective battery. At the moment we're on leisure. And then again, you've got your clock, and then come back to the start. If you want to adjust your clock or change your batteries, you just use that button there to flick it over. Then we come to your heating systems and your hot water. So if we start with your heating, if we turn it on, first of all, of course, you have a choice of gas or electric. If you want it on gas, you just press that button there, the lights will come on. If you want it on electric, you press on that one. Now, if you keep your finger on it, you can choose between the first three little dots. Now how those dots work are, the first one will have it on 0.75 kilowatts, the second one at 1.5, and the third at 3. And then of course you can adjust your temperature. Now where you can see the little frost sign there, that's again for frost protection, that'll keep it at 5 degrees. The next one is your nighttime mode, which will be at 16 degrees, and then you can take your temperature up depending on how warm you want it. We'll knock off your heating now, and we'll come to your hot water. Now the first thing, if you're using your hot water on electric, if you remember we had the boiler switch underneath here, that must be turned on. And then you literally again you choose whether you want it on gas or if you want it on electric. And again you have the three options of the power ratings just there. If we go on the plus and minus, again you can see you've got your frost protection at 5 degrees. Then you've got your eco, and if you carry on up, you've got your full, which will again give you the hottest water possible. So there we have your handover video on the all new Auto Trail Expedition 67. Really hope you found it informative. Thank you very much.